GoHighLevel just released an email chatbot that you can integrate within your own email. And in this video, I will show you how you can set up that chatbot from A to Z, from doing the prompts, from going through the testing phase and everything all together. You're going to sign up to GoHighLevel anyway. Why not do it with my own link? You get extra 30-day free trial along with my private community access, free snapshots, and a full system for selling AI to local businesses. You will sign up to GoHighLevel either way. Why not sign up through someone that can actually teach you? And the best part, it costs you nothing extra. The link is down below. So we're here in my sub account, as you can see. And the first thing that we want to do is we want to go to AI agents, because this is a feature under the AI agents. And as you can see here, we have a couple of different, agents. We have voice AI, we have conversation AI, and this chatbot is actually under the conversation AI. So here, as you can see, you have conversation AI agents, we have agent list. And what we want to do is we want to create a new bot right here. And this is going to be a prompt-based bot. This is, by the way, the easiest way how you can set this up. You can always obviously go to guided form setup, prompt-based bot, or a flow-based builder. Flow-based builder is more for advanced people and people that just want to go and they just want to obliterate this entire thing, but we want to just do it with this one. So let's just create new bot here, and we're going to do general Q&A. You can also do appointment booking if you want this bot to book appointments for you. However, we can just go to general Q&A. You also do have a marketplace templates which you can choose from, but essentially we're just going to go general Q&A for now. And the first thing that we want to do is, as you know, if you ever use GoHighLevel, or if you don't know, you will know now, GoHighLevel has supported communication channel and providers. And in here, as you can see, we have a lot of different things like Instagram, Facebook, SMS, chat widget, live chat, WhatsApp, and in here we also have email, okay? So obviously you can adjust this chatbot to be available on SMS, Instagram, all of these other platforms, and email. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to disable all of this, and I'm just going to be clicking email, okay? And as you can see here, we have configure email settings, which we're going to be configuring soon. So this is going to be a bot for a real estate marketing agency. So I'll just going to name it like that, real estate marketing agency bot, okay? That's the bot name. You can name bot whatever name you want. Again, we're going to be configuring this in the email settings later on. So we obviously want this bot, this AI email bot, to reply automatically based on trained data. So this is actually what we're going to be setting right here. Also, you can set this bot as a primary bot right here, because obviously if you're going to use this for email or whatever you're going to use this, make sure it's set as primary bot. Now keep in mind, you can have only one primary bot as of this time. So if you want to have this bot on WhatsApp, on Instagram, you can also do that. Now if we go here, configure email settings, as you can see, this is the sender details. So here you basically have, carbon copy recipients, blank carbon copy recipients. So here you can go from name. So for example, Tim from support, right? Or whatever. From email is going to be automatically selected based on your location settings, okay? So obviously this is going to be automatically pulled in. You will need to set up your domain inside GoHighLevel, which I'm about to show you just a simple way how to do that. Here you can click, and here you can basically go and select your carbon copy recipients. So for example, here you can just use your own email or the email from your staff. And by the way, if you want to add your staff, you can go to settings, my staff, and then you would be able to see that email. And then here you also have a blank carbon copy recipients. Again, you can use your email right here. This is our main email. And then reply behavior. Now this is going to be a greeting personalization. So for example, hi, contact first name. This is always what is going to be saying. This is like, typical thing that you will do on email. So yeah, you can do something like that, like, hey, and then you can have first name, contact first name. So in this case it would be, hey John, and then wait time before responding, you can have 1 minute, or you can do custom, because on email, as you know, sometimes it takes 1 to 2 days for someone to reply. So maybe it would be good to put, let's say 5 hours or 4 hours. So if you want to have this custom, you can just add, 4 hours. But again, I'll just do same as other channels, but you can do that if you want. Okay. So now you can hit proceed. And as you can see, here's the plain text. So obviously, this is, so actually, let me go back here a little bit. This is the first kind of line in the email, and then you will have the email signature right here, okay? And the text is going to be in the middle. So here, as you can see, you have email type, plain text, and then here you have your signature. So for example, your signature can be best, and then, for example, for me, Team GoHighLevel Expert, and I can bold this as well. So this could be my signature. I can also do the design editor as well. So I'm going to copy this just so I don't lose it. And you can create a new template right here by just hitting create. And this will obviously lead you or create you a template based on this plain text. And as you can see, design editor lets you create branded templates. Make sure to include AI response in your template. Any other elements used will be blah, blah, blah. I couldn't even read, but yeah, as you can see right here, you have the AI response. So this is how it's going to look like. If you want to obviously design this, this is more so for e-commerce business owners. If you're an e-commerce business owner, this would be better for you. But you can go here and you can adjust whatever. And here is going to be the AI response. So, this is how that looks like, but in the plain text, we just want to do it like this because it's much easier. And typically for most emails that you're going to do, this is going to be enough. So we hit proceed here. And as you can see, this is how it's going to look like. You have, hey, John, then you have the AI response, and then you have the signature right here. So that's exactly what we want on how this is going to be looking like. So we hit save here. And as you can see now, we've actually done this. We want to go to business name. This is default to the location name. So again, this is the sub account, which is representing our business. So in this case, we're just going to be naming this Fuller Digital. Wait time before responding. This is autopilot mode. So since we already configured this right here, wait time before responding is going to be same as other channels. And then you can basically proceed all of this, save, and then you can adjust it right here. So for example, it could be, 12 minutes, whatever, here it says 5 minutes is like the highest time. So you can set 5. But again, if you want custom, you can again go here and go to the custom for email. This is just going to be for typical AI chatbots on the website. Maximum messages a bot can send in a conversation. Again, for email, it's going to be a lot more than just 5 or 10. It's going to be 75. You can do less than 75, honestly. Probably anywhere between 15 and 30, depending what type of business you have. So that's what I would kind of go here. I wouldn't really allow this bot to respond to images or voice notes. Probably images, yes, but voice notes, I mean, I don't know who is using voice notes in the email. You can also have other options to customize the bot response, like enable response style settings, and then you can adjust whether it's balanced, detailed, or whatever. Now, keep in mind, if you put 75 maximum messages here, make sure you also know the pricing cost per each message, okay? So you can obviously go and you can adjust that. So make sure to save this and go to bot training here, okay? Now, this is where your knowledge base needs to be added. So if you have a website or anything like that, you can go and you can add a knowledge base trigger right here. Since we don't have a knowledge base, we can hit create new, and we're just going to be naming this Fuller Digital knowledge base. And we can just hit create. You don't have to have description here. And once we create this is going to be in the new tab. As you can see, what you will need to do is, I usually do this. I go for web crawler because it's easier. The knowledge base will scrape everything from the website, from our website, and it will act as a brain for the AI email chatbot. Okay, so in this case, I'm just going to go to, oops, not this one. I'm just going to go to one of my websites here. and I'm copying this, adding a website, entering the URL and all URLs in this domain. This is what we want usually, but I'm going to do exact URL just so I'm faster. But if you want a better scraping, go with this one right here. So we add this right here, and this is going to take a bit until it's done. Now, once this is done, we go back where we left off here, which is under AI agents, conversation AI, and you add a knowledge base trigger. So in this case, we're going to be adding fuel your digital knowledge base trigger. And as you can see here, you have instructions optional. So here, if you don't put anything, the AI email chatbot will use the knowledge base when it needs to be using the knowledge base, okay? In this case, as you can see, adding the instructions is optional. The agent will always autonomously decide when to use this knowledge base, except if you have something like, in this case, use this knowledge base when the user asks about certain things like pricing and discounts. So in this case, we're just going to hit save, and that is going to be it, right? So we have the knowledge base inside. Now we're going to go to bot goals, but before that, we obviously want to save this. I don't know why it's like this, but it should be saved right now. We're going to bot goals, okay? So this is the next setup. This is actually the second brain of the AI email chatbot. So in this case, what you want to do is you want to add the, obviously the prompts, but before you add the prompts, you want to make sure to select the best possible OpenAI. So in this case, as you can see, we have OpenAI GPT 4.1. This is the recommended one. And yeah, I just go to the recommended one because the newer ones are not really working that well. So in this case, I'll just go with the most recommended one, okay? So from there, we have personality, we have goals, and we have additional information. So in this case, what I usually do is I copy this personality, goal, and additional information, and I go in Claude, okay? And I say, I am building an email chatbot, and I want 3 different prompts. Personality, like this, and then I'll also do right here the goal. In this case is going to be goal. And then we're also going to be doing the last one, which is additional information. And what you want to do is you obviously want to go here and say, I do have a real estate business called Fuel Your Digital. That is a real estate marketing agency in Los Angeles. You can do much more here, but I'll just do it like this. And Claude will also give me all of these things that I can just copy and paste in here, okay? So while Claude is doing these personality prompts, goal prompts, and additional information, you want to scroll down and you want to go to the set up your actions. So in every single, like, let's say you have your AI email chatbot that is talking to the person. What AI email chatbot can do as an action is it can book the appointments, it can trigger certain workflows, it can also trigger contact information, it can stop the bot at a moment and assign it to a human handover as well, transferring the bot to when a specific condition is met, or auto follow-up, as you can see right here. So you can do a lot of these things, but we'll go right here and we'll first do the prompts because the prompts are probably done. Yes, as you can see, we have the first prompt, and I'm doing this in Claude because it's much smarter. So I'm just going to be copying the prompt 1, which is best for high intent leads, agency decision makers. As you can see, then we have prompt 3. So prompt 1, prompt 2, prompt 3. Now, as you see, yeah, we basically have everything right here, so we can copy this and paste it right here. But what I see is that sometimes what will happen is this is just the prompt for the first one. So for the personality, so we need for personality, for additional information, and for the examples. But again, make sure to do the custom way this thing, because the custom way is much better. So yeah, just go in there and make sure you adjust this by your own business, okay? So here, for example, I want the appointment booking. And again, you will need a calendar for this. So you will need to go in the calendars right here and create a new calendar. We do have tutorials on that as well. But you want to make sure to go and click on the calendar. You want this bot to book meetings too. You proceed. And I always allow bot to cancel the appointment. And I always allow bot to reschedule the appointment as well. You can also do these, but these are more advanced, which I'm not going to do for now. We hit save. Here, you can also do the contact information. So for example, business name, right? What to update in the field. Here, you can put business name, right? So this is like a field 1. And you can add multiple different fields. So as you can see, we have the field 1, which is the business name in this case. As you can see right here. You can add new fields and add other fields as well. You can stop bot whenever you want. For example, you can enable this scenario. When the contact says goodbye or similar phrases, you can enable this scenario, right? So you can do that. Reactivate bot after 24 hours. If something else happens, you can hit continue. Human handover. Now, this is when you need human. And when the human is needed. So in this case, direct request to speak with human. Example phrases, I want to talk to the manager, I want to talk to human, and then you can select the user right here that you have inside your GoHighLevel account. So you can add the user by going to settings, my staff, and then adding the user. And then here, you can add example phrases. For example, whenever someone asks, I want to talk to the manager, I want to talk to a human, I want to talk to a boss, you assign a simple user here, and you hit save. And obviously you can reactivate bot after 8 hours or whatever. And yeah, this is pretty much if you want to enable this scenario, but right now it's done. You can also, or right now I will not use it. You can also transfer bot. For example, you can enable scenario to transfer bot to, you know, a specific like a bot here, as you can see. Like the current bot is autopilot email, and the selected bot is autopilot SMS, but you don't really need to know this. And this is really for advanced stuff. And then auto follow-up, you can have auto follow-up. You can enable auto follow-up to be, you know, every 3 days, let's say, right? And let AI send the message, or you can trigger the workflow to send the message to the person that you want. You also have follow-up settings right here. You can do, you know, set active hours for follow-up, dynamic channel switching, and stuff like that, okay? So obviously, this is not really that relevant. You can enable conversation summary if you want to have a conversation summary. I will not do it for now, but yeah, from there, we hit save. And as you can see, here you have the dashboard, so that's pretty much it. Now here you can go to bot goals, and you can actually test your bot live right here. So for example, I can say, hello, I want to book a meeting for tomorrow at 4 p.m., right? And as you can see, the AI bot will actually go and answer. Yeah, you're in luck. Tomorrow, Friday. As you can see, I've got 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m., and 5 p.m. open. Want to go with 4 p.m. And as you can see, this is pretty much what this is. Now, if we want, obviously, that's right now saved. And that right now works. So basically, right here, as you can see, go to agent lists. And as you can see, this is the primary one. But we can obviously make this the primary one if we want by just going and setting this as primary right here, as you can see. And then this is going to pretty much work, right? So with your email, now keep in mind, you need to have your domain set up. So for that, you want to go to settings, and then you want to go to email services. And this is where you want to go and where you want to add your dedicated domain and IP. So in this case, we do have this domain. So it's going to go tin@tin.fillerdigital.com. But you want to add a domain here. And obviously, you know, if you purchase domain anywhere else, like for example, on Namecheap or, you know, somewhere else on GoDaddy, you will need to go in here and put that domain, but you will need to put a subdomain, right? So in this case, it would be tim dot and then your domain name .com, right? And then when you add and verify that, right? When we add and verify that, you will need to add record manually here, okay? And you will need to copy all of this in your domain provider, right? In your domain provider under the DNS settings in GoDaddy. By the way, GoHighLevel can help you with that. They do have a great support. So, once you have this inside, once you copy this, you will be able to connect that domain. And then when you go back to domains here, you would have it like this, and it should say warm up in progress. In this case, we don't have this domain right here. So I'm just going to be going here and deleting this domain, okay? Because we don't need that domain since we have the one that is working for us right here, as you can see. So this is pretty much it. Calendars obviously can be set up in the calendar settings right here under the calendars, and then you have under the calendars you can just create a calendar depending what type of business you have. Again, round robin would be probably if you have multiple members doing sales calls, service booking, more for local businesses. And then in the My Staff, you can add your staff. So this is pretty much the full tutorial on the AI email chatbot. If you have any specific questions, feel free to let us know in the comments below. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.